Welcome to this week's episode of Your Stock Request for the 31st of October. Hi, I'm Gable, Managing Director at Fairmont Equities. Your Stock Request is the weekly video where I take your requests and analyse the share price charts. So this week we have Woolworths, JB Hi-Fi, Pantoro, Lark Distilling and Parenti Global. So if you have a request, please send it through. Make sure you've signed up to the free newsletter, but our best recommendations come out every Tuesday in the Dynamic Investor Report, so make sure you are getting that report. But if you do enjoy these videos, we'd love you to share them on social media or even leave us a review. Our main business is in portfolio management, so if you'd like to have a trading account with me, please give me a call. And the advice here is general only. So we've got the daily chart here of Woolworths. Obviously it's had a bit of a drop there yesterday. There were warning signs in September, so if we have a look at sort of this move higher, firstly we had this sort of gap down at the start of September, tried to rally, and then it sort of gapped down again here and broke the low. So at the very least that was the big danger sign that the bears were back in control and the shares are under pressure. And we could see that they've continued to slide and then led to yesterday's gap down. So yesterday, intraday, looks like it tried to rally, but ultimately closed on the lows, so still a negative sign. Might find some support near this May low, but overall it is a downtrend. If we have a look at the weekly chart, we could see the lower highs, and it has been making lower lows. All right, JB Hi-Fi. So we just have a look at some recent price action. We had sort of a nice breakout here in July, retest, and then a good rally. So, nice potential trade there. The range did start to tighten up, so we could see, it sort of peaked, consolidated. It was looking like it was tightening up for a bit, but potentially breaking down now. Breaking the wrong way. So instead of tightening up and then breaking to the upside, it has struggled over the past several days. If we look at sort of where it finished yesterday, right on that low. So I think that, a bit of volume on the way down as well. So I think if we see this low get taken out, you're going to see the selling step up a bit and see further weakness. Pantoro, so probably better to look at a weekly chart. So it looks like earlier this year, sort of pretty much a breakout. I mean, not very clean, but we had sort of resistance here, sort of got above it, tried to sit on top of it, and then it started to get moving there. We could see several weeks ago. At the moment, it's consolidating sideways. We could see that little sort of sideways sort of consolidation. We just need to let that play out. So basically a break to the upside would be a buy signal, would mean that it was getting back in the uptrend. A break to the downside of this consolidation would be a sell signal. Okay, Lark, well, if we have a sort of zoom out here at the weekly chart, basically you've got a downtrend. So after such a massive decline, if it does recover, it probably needs to build a base and head sideways before it's ready to do that. I don't necessarily think this is much of a base. I mean, it's had some volume come in here, but as we could see, so on this daily chart, this is a fairly major level here around $1.20. So it's found some resistance, likely to cool off, spend more time sideways. Even if it can break above $1.20, as we could see, $1.30 seems to have been a key turning point for it in the past as well. So you've got all these sort of trapped sellers up here, people that have previously bought the stock. As soon as they get close to their money back, they're going to be a seller. Okay, Parenti, so just sort of more looking at the short term. So we had this sort of consolidation here. we had a breakout in September, but then it sort of fell under the breakout, which might have triggered some stop losses, only to reverse and head up again. So that would have been a tricky one to trade, but ultimately it's managed to sort of leave behind this consolidation, rally higher, hitting some resistance. We can see at this sort of peak here, so it's hit resistance. So now it's just likely to consolidate. We might see it move sideways for a bit, and then when that's resolved, if it can break out of that to the upside, that would be the next buy signal. Okay, well that's all for this week. So if you have a request, send it through and we'll try to cover it next week for you.